Hello, welcome back to Retro Break and welcome to a Q&A and a channel update video. I've got loads of really exciting stuff to tell you guys in this video, including answering loads of your questions that you sent in. As you can see, I'm not in my game room at the minute. I'm actually here in Edinburgh for work for a few days, so I thought I could record this video now and then edit it on the way home. Of course, it's sponsored by Bifrost Bridge Studios. If you like the look of this Star Wars comic that they're working on right now, go and check them out on Patreon. Also check them out on Twitter to follow along with their other projects. And with that said, let's get started. Let's answer some of your questions and then let's take a look at some of the updates that I've got for the channel in the future. So the first question I've got here is, what games or merch do you cherish the most in your collection and why are they so important to you? So there's loads of stuff that I've got in my collection that really means a lot to me. A lot of the stuff is the games that I grew up with as a kid that I've still got today. So things like my original Mega Man 4, which was one of the first games that I ever played. I also really love the fact that I have this standee here of Zelda from when Ocarina of Time 3D came out on the 3DS. And I'm sure there's loads of other things as well, but as I haven't got any of it here to look at, I'm kind of drawing a bit of a blank. But there is loads of stuff that I'm really happy that I have. Of course, the Monkey Ball stuff that Sega sent over for my Monkey Ball video as well. That was such an incredible surprise, and I'm so happy that I've got that. The second question I've got here is, do you still develop games? I know you mentioned that you went to school for game design, but I'm curious if you're still involved in game development to some capacity. Anyway, great content. So first of all, thank you. I'm really glad you're enjoying the content, and I really hope you guys enjoy this kind of laid back Q&A thing. And one of the reasons that I'm making this such a laid back video is because I'm actually running on about 3 hours sleep right now. As you can see, I've got a lovely view out of the window of Edinburgh Castle. I'm also extremely tired because I've just spent a full day at work and I only got about 3 hours sleep last night because I came up on the weekend of Halloween. And that bus stop there is why I didn't get any sleep last night, because up until about 5 o'clock in the morning, people were coming back from Halloween parties and standing right there making as much noise as humanly possible. But I really do want to answer all of your questions, and I haven't really got any other chance to make a video this week. So in answer to that question, I kind of dabble in making games. I've been playing around with a few different programs. The problem is, once I've finished my Super Donuts game, if you guys don't know, I made a game called Super Donuts which came out a few years ago, and it really didn't do very well at all. Outside of my group of friends, it hardly made any sales. I never saw any money from it whatsoever, and it cost me way too much to keep it on the store, so I decided to take it off the store. And then for a long time after that, I kind of gave up on game development. My job was taken off, I had my YouTube channel to worry about, so I didn't really have time to fit in trying to work on another game, although I did have a lot of ideas for other games. But recently, I've been trying to get back into it. I downloaded Unity. I've also downloaded GB Studio, of course, which is probably what I'm going to go with if I do end up making another game, because it's quite easy to use. And of course, if you've been on the channel for a while, I love my Game Boy homebrew games. So maybe you'll see something in the future, maybe not. And also, on the other point of me going to game dev school, I will do a video about that in the future, because I kind of want to tell you guys what it was all about, kind of how it's helped me get to where I am today in a roundabout way as well. Question number 3 here, this is quite an interesting one. It says, if you could have one trip to a destination within a video game, where would you go to? What level or location would you stay in? Who would you meet and what would you do? So I actually thought about this a long time ago actually, and I kind of made a weird story in my head where I would go around and actually take photos in the game by going into first person mode, and that is to Lake Hylia in Twilight Princess. I don't know why, but I was obsessed with that location when I got the Wii. I would actually go into first person mode in Lake Hylia, look up at the bridge, go in first person mode, go up to the TV with my crappy little flip phone camera and take a picture of the TV and pretend they were holiday snapshots at the time. That's just how much I loved that location in Twilight Princess. And as for what I'd do there, I would shoot myself out of a cannon into the sky. I would blow a horn and get picked up by a bird and go through caverns shooting at things that are coming towards me, and then of course after that I'd walk across the bridge, grab hold of a cuckoo and jump off and try and land on a little platform with a treasure chest, of course. Now the next question, any Sega stuff from the past that you really like? Asking as a huge Sega fan who discovered the world of Nintendo with your help recently. So first of all, Really glad that I managed to help you get into Nintendo, and as for Sega, there is a lot that I really love about Sega, especially the Mega Drive and the Dreamcast. They're my two favourite consoles from them, but of course I've got all the different consoles. I haven't actually done any top games lists or hidden gems for Sega consoles, so once I've moved into the new house, which is kind of looking like it's going to be next year at this rate, so I'm not really sure whether I'm actually going to be able to keep making videos for the entire rest of this year, because I'm already running a bit dry on what I can actually make videos on. So maybe or maybe not, I might have to take a little bit of a break, but when I come back I will definitely do some Sega videos and definitely help you guys get into Sega as well as Nintendo, so I really hope you look forward to that. The next question here, what is my biggest game collecting regret? This is an easy one. So when the GameCube came out on launch day, I didn't actually have enough money to buy it on day one. So what I did, I sold my N64, including all the really great games like Banjo-Tooie, Perfect Dark, F-Zero X, Mario Kart, Smash Bros. I sold all of it just for about 200 quid. And if you know N64 collecting these days, it's worth way more than that. So I really did regret for a long time selling all of those games. Of course I managed to get them all back today, but it did take a long time for me to regain all of my original games for the system, and I really did regret it for a long time. But like I said, I've got all those games back now and more as well, so it was a regret at the time, but I did enjoy trying to recollect it throughout the years too. I will be back in a second. I'm just going to go make a coffee and try and wake up a little bit, because I've got 5 more questions to get through, and then I want to do a quick little bit of an update for the channel as well. So thank you for watching so far, and I'll see you again in just a minute. So the next question is, I know that you're mainly a nostalgia channel that likes to look back on things, but let's switch it up a bit. Where do you see gaming going in the future? Do you enjoy modern gaming? And what games of today will be your nostalgic games of tomorrow? So there's a few different questions there. So first of all, where do I see gaming going in the future? Of course, with the main consoles like the PlayStation and the Xbox, I imagine they're just going to keep getting better and better, faster and faster, better and better graphics, faster storage, nicer controllers. Not really that much different to what we have today, just capable of running at faster frame rates, just the regular sort of thing. I don't really see much changing in that space or in the PC space really. I think they will mostly just stay the same and just be incremental updates. Where I see things that are a little bit more interesting, of course I'm always looking at what Nintendo does, because they're always crazy out there with their ideas. Sometimes they hit, sometimes they miss, but it's always interesting to see what they're working on. And the other thing that I'm really excited about is this, VR. So I actually just got this the other day. I'm a huge fan of VR, and I actually want to do a VR episode in the future. This is the Quest 2, and I actually brought this with me so I could play it in the hotel. I've been playing an amazing game called The Swarm, which is so much fun, and I can't wait to share some more of my favourite games on here. I also downloaded Tetris Effect again. I think that's like the 4th time I've bought that game now, and I actually played it last night in bed. I was just sat there going through the journey mode on Tetris Effect. What an incredible experience that is. And to be able to have almost a console or PC quality experience in a headset that you can take with you wherever you want, that is just incredible. And this is only generation 2 of the Quest. Imagine how good it's going to be in 5 or 6 generations time. It's just going to be insane. I absolutely love where VR is going, and I've always loved 3D games and VR games, and really that is what gets me really excited. So I'm so looking forward to the future of VR, even more than the future of consoles and stuff. I really am. So hopefully that answers that question. And as for the other parts of that question, do I enjoy modern games, and what games of today will be nostalgic games of tomorrow? I enjoy modern games. I always show them in pickups. I've been playing, what have I been playing recently? I've been playing Back 4 Blood, which is really fun in co-op. Been really enjoying playing that on the Xbox. Of course, I've also been, like I said, playing a lot of VR games. I really enjoy them. And not a lot else really. I do mostly just play retro games because of the channel, more than anything, for nostalgia's sake and for the sake of doing these videos which you guys love and I love to make. So now this next one here, he actually threw a load of different questions at me, so I'm just going to pick 1 or 2 from here. So let's have a look. This is a good one. With a job and a YouTube channel, how do you find time to play games? it is difficult. I get maybe an hour a week, maybe 2 hours a week. So basically I do my job 9 till 5, and then I usually go for a walk, cook dinner, wash up, that sort of stuff, and then it's about 7 o'clock in the evening, and then that's usually when I start making YouTube videos. So I would spend from about 7 till 11 playing games, writing the script, doing this sort of talk in front of the camera stuff, and then spend the next few days editing. So really the only days that I actually get to play games is a Friday after the video's uploaded, and maybe a Saturday and Sunday depending on whether we're going away or not that weekend. So it is really difficult, and that's why I don't really have that much time to play the games that I showed in all the pickups videos. So maybe I need to stop buying so many games, but I can't really help myself. So that's the answer to that. What was your first Game Boy game? I think my first Game Boy game was Wario Land 2. I actually got it when my parents bought me a Game Boy when we were on holiday once. I must have been only 4 or 5, and I think we were coming back from France. And Wario Land 2 was the newest thing out at the time, and I think they picked me up a bundle with that and the Game Boy at the same time, and I really do love that game. Right, 2 more questions, and then I'm going to get a little bit into some of the future of the channel and what you can look forward to. So the next question I've got here is, what is your favourite Super Nintendo game? I'm pretty sure I've answered this before, and of course if you've been watching the channel for a while, I do plan eventually to make a full video on this game. I've actually recorded all the footage. I'm about halfway through writing the script now, and that is the game Illusion of Time. It's not only my favourite game for the SNES, it's actually my favourite game ever, and I will get back to that a little bit later on in this video, so stick around. And the final question here, who are some of your favourite gaming tubers? So I watch a lot of YouTube. I don't really watch that many YouTube gaming channels that much. I watch Happy Console Gamer, I watch Super Derek RPGs, I watch Ant Dude. Maybe I do watch quite a few actually. Scott the Woz is another really fun one. I'm going to load up YouTube now and have a look and see who else I'm forgetting. I don't want to miss anyone out. Press Start to Continue is a great channel. I'm not just saying that because I was on his podcast. Someone I've been enjoying recently is called The Mystical, and he talks all about VR stuff, so I've been really enjoying that. And Thrill Seeker as well, that's another really good VR channel. Nick Robinson, of course, I'm sure a lot of you who watch me also watch his videos. They're always really fun. Maybe not always gaming related, but I really enjoy the way he structures his videos. Some Call Me Johnny, that's another one that I've been really getting into recently. Love his personal takes on some of his favourite games. Really been enjoying that one. Especially all his Metroid videos recently. Pro Jared, of course, he had a little bit of controversy, but he's still around, still making videos, and I do really enjoy his style and his content. I've enjoyed him all the way back since the Screw Attack days, many years ago. Of course, AVGN as well, another one from the Screw Attack days that's still around. Oh, one more before I finish this list. Game Maker's Toolkit. That is a fantastic channel that goes into the way that video games were structured. He's been doing a fantastic series called Boss Keys, which I really recommend watching. And now to finish this video off, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of my plans for the future on the channel. So you probably know by now, but I'm moving house. Possibly in a month's time, possibly next year, I don't exactly know yet. But one thing's for certain, I'm going to get a proper game room set up and a proper YouTube studio as well, so I can't wait. And fingers crossed, I'm actually going to attempt to do 2 videos a week. Now don't hold me to that, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to do it, because like I already said in this video, my work schedule and just life schedule in general is pretty full on, but I would love to try and take my YouTube channel to the next level. So if I do get the chance to do 2 videos a week, I'm definitely going to attempt it. And maybe in the future one day I would love to take this full time as well. I don't know whether that's going to be possible. Maybe in about 5 years time, maybe at the rate that I'm going now. If you guys have any ideas of how I can actually grow this channel to make it become something, I'm really going to try and push next year to get out the best content I can possibly do. I've got so many ideas. I'm not going to go into all of them in this video. I'll probably save some for Patreon exclusive content in the future, but there's a few that I wanted to bring up now because I'm really excited for them, and I've almost got all the games that I needed to make them. So the first one is a retrospective on all of the games that were made by Alexei Pajitnov. Now, he's the man who made the original Tetris game, but what a lot of people don't know is the fact that he's actually made about 30 other games throughout his game development career, and there's some really interesting stuff there. Unfortunately, I don't have any of that stuff to show you, but I do have about 90% of the games that he's worked on now, and they're not really that expensive either, so I'm really looking forward to doing that video, maybe around January, February time. Another retrospective that I've almost got everything for, and this is one that I've been planning for many years now. That is my Quintet video. One of my favourite game developers of all time. They actually made Illusion of Time, which I said earlier in this video was my favourite SNES game, so I can't wait to do that. I've found some really fascinating information about the company as well, so really looking forward to sharing that with everyone. I'm going to take my time with it though, because I want it to be the best video that I've ever done. As well as that, like I said, I want to try and make 2 videos a week, so I'm actually going to attempt to do one normal video, so one video like a retrospective or top 10, top 15, hidden gems, that sort of thing, and then either on a Tuesday or a Wednesday I'm going to be doing a discussion type of video. It might be in the style of a podcast, it might just be me talking into the camera and slight editing. I don't really want to go too overboard with it because I do want to dedicate most of my time to these regular Friday videos, but that is a way that I'm going to be able to fit 2 videos in a week, and I've actually got about 30 of those videos already planned on the computer. I've actually got, let me see how many videos I've got planned actually. There are a lot. So let's see, I've got 15 priority videos, and that's the ones that I know I need to release, like either stuff that companies have sent me that I need to do reviews on, either stuff that I've already promised in previous videos, or stuff that I know will do really well. And then, as well as that, I've actually got outlines for 289 other videos, and they're just random ideas that I just throw in there whenever I get a spark of inspiration. It might be when I'm on a walk, it might be when I'm in the shower, it might be as I'm falling asleep and I wake up and jot it down on the notes here. I've also got 14 episodes planned in my Quintet retrospective. I'm going to narrow that down, but at the minute there's 14 there. And I have 41 podcast videos planned as well. So I think that's about 3 years worth of content I've already got planned, and of course I get new ideas all the time, and some of you guys in the comments or over on Patreon throw me ideas as well, so that all gets added to this crazy ever-expanding list. So from that, know that I'm not going anywhere. I plan to stick around as long as I keep enjoying making these videos and as long as these ideas keep coming to me. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, if you'd like to help me out on this journey to potentially go full-time at some point in the future, consider checking me out on Patreon and joining all the people at the bottom of the screen here. If you want to check out some of my previous Q&A videos, click the video up here. I did these ones a few years ago and I really enjoyed it. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Hopefully when I'm back in the game room for the next video. Goodbye. Now I'm going to go and collapse on the bed. Good night.